the WHO has issued a global alert about an Indian-made cold syrup called Cold Out, which is sold in Iraq and has been found with toxic chemicals. A sample of Cold Out was obtained from Iraq and submitted for analysis at the lab, and the sample was found to contain unacceptable amounts of in fact contamination, and they are toxic as far as human consumption is concerned, and it could also prove to be fatal according to the WHO. This is at least 5 of the syrups under scrutiny that involve Indian manufacturers, and it's the 6th warning that's been issued by the WHO in the past 1 year regarding syrup medication tainted with poisonous industrial solvents. The substandard batch of this product referenced in this alert is unsafe, and its use, especially in children, it may result in serious injury or even death. My colleague Uma joins us on the phone line. Uma, the WHO has in fact spoken of how contaminated this cough syrup, which is a cold syrup, which is made in India, called Cold Out, being the 6th warning that the WHO has now issued in regard to the Indian manufacturers or within the span of a year.
Yes, indeed, Divya, but I must point out as a rider that this is only one batch of the Cold Out that was in fact taken in Iraq, whose samples have been found to contain high levels of diethylene glycol and ethylene glycol, both of which are at much higher percentage of presence than the designated 0.1%, which is the safety limit that's been imposed by the WHO in this case. So all the warnings have been given. I must point out that yes, as you rightly mentioned, even in the past we have had instances of cough syrups manufactured in India being linked to deaths of children in Gambia, Uzbekistan, as well as in Cameroon, and afterwards the government of India had in fact issued notices to all these manufacturers, at least 71 manufacturers in fact, and 18 of them were asked to shut shop. And the government also said that whatever samples are going to be exported out of the country, they will be tested for quality parameters and then only sent out, because India obviously is a huge manufacturing base for all these syrups. We even had a eye drop from India, from Chennai-based company, which was flagged in the US as capable of causing loss of eyesight, and one such case was also reported in the US. So while we say all this, there was a company called Maiden Pharmaceuticals which was supposed to be involved in the Gambia cough syrup deaths, and they had said that they were high quantities, but later labs tests by the Indian government had revealed that there are no high quantities, and then the Director General of India has also said that these samples actually were not contaminated with ethylene glycol or diethylene glycol. So while India is stepping up vigil on this and trying to ensure that quality parameters are met with, they are also worried about the kind of message that it sends across the world, and therefore going to act very promptly on it. We have not yet heard reactions from the Union Health Ministry yet on this particular alert that the WHO has put out. Back to you.